Yeah, the move. Whatever hand you hit, you move to that side. Left hook, boom! You gotta think of throwing punches. Your job is to throw punches.
Sheath.
Anthony Joshua is reportedly training with Mike Tyson as he gears up for his upcoming clash with Jake Paul. Joshua has been studying classic techniques associated with Tyson's camps to sharpen his skills. With his focus now on strategy, speed, and power, his training camp emphasizes tactical planning, conditioning, and precision, aiming to ensure Joshua enters the ring fully prepared and performing at his peak.
Doing it in the gym, coming forward, punching to the body with his heart.
For this high-profile matchup, Anthony Joshua revealed that Mike Tyson has been a major inspiration, particularly in terms of power, discipline, and focus. Following Tyson's guidance, AJ has added specific neck and shoulder exercises to his routine. He explains that these drills help increase strength, stability, and punching impact, demonstrating how studying legendary fighters can influence modern training approaches.
The neck exercise that I got from Mike Tyson, a lot of wrestlers do this. Quite dangerous actually. Physios don't like this type of stuff, but it's good for neck conditioning. It's called neck bridges. And it's flexibility and strength at the same time. So it's a really good exercise if you...
Mike Tyson himself has praised Anthony Joshua as an outstanding boxer, stressing that consistent activity in the ring is essential for skill development, confidence, and peak performance. Joshua's camp has embraced elements of Tyson's style, incorporating specialized neck rolls, resistance exercises, and conditioning drills to enhance resilience, power, and overall performance.
Do you give to somebody like AJ?
That he has a lot of talent and not to get discouraged. He only loses when he quits. When you quit, all the doors of opportunities close. You know what I mean? You have to be game, and then don't get discouraged if you lose. Listen, you just lost, you may have got $30 million. I just think the more time you lay off, the worse you get. You have to fight to be the best. You have to do it.
Workouts are designed to improve punching force, agility, speed, and endurance, highlighting AJ's commitment to refining his craft and asserting dominance in the ring.
Bro, my physio is looking at me like, what the fuck? I can see you looking at me like, fuck, please don't fucking look. Hey, if it goes, at least you're here anyway. You know, 43,000 tuned in. Oh, mate. I know I started this shit.
Yeah. Mate, just trying to set up the physio table, put the flaps on it.
Anything.
Get back up.
I'm easy, boss.
Eat.
Showtime sent me a lovely picture of me, the dog.
Promoter Eddie Hearn has stated confidently that Anthony Joshua would beat Jake Paul if the fight takes place. Hearn notes that while Paul is not recognized as a top-level professional boxer or a major name in traditional boxing, it would be wrong to assume Joshua's victory would be automatic. Hearn points out Joshua's track record of defeating elite fighters, including Francis Ngannou, illustrating that his success comes from preparation, skill, and discipline rather than facing weak opposition. Hearn emphasizes that Joshua's combination of power, technique, and strategy enables him to dominate opponents at every level.
Jake Paul, Anthony Joshua, 50-50 fight. What do you make of that?
Yeah, I just said in another interview, great if it is. I mean, if it is, then you've got no problem seeing it. But when AJ, I mean, decapitate's a strong word, but you know, when he renders Jake Paul unconscious like he did to Francis Ngannou, don't then say, oh well, it was Jake Paul. Do you know what I mean? I mean, when AJ beat Francis Ngannou, Ngannou just had a fight that could have gone either way with Tyson Fury. Then AJ poleaxed him and everyone just said he's just an MMA fighter. Do you know what I mean? Jake Paul's not Francis Ngannou. But, as I said before, if you want to see Jake Paul exit the boxing world...
Analyst Nigel Benn has expressed concern about the impact of celebrity-driven fights on professional boxing. He argues that when social media personalities or celebrities step into the ring, it creates a situation where traditional boxers, who dedicate years to mastering the sport, are often undercompensated. Ben points out that professional fighters frequently earn modest purses, compared to the massive paydays generated by crossover events, which attract public attention, viral coverage, and lucrative sponsorships. This trend, he warns, could harm boxing by undervaluing the efforts of athletes who have invested years into their craft.
Bit of rumours around today, Anthony Joshua and
Oh
Jake.
no. I'm not even really entertaining that. It's just not. Being a two-time heavyweight champion of the world, it's I don't know, YouTubers. I'm not really into all them influencers coming in there, and there's like some boxers that really work their butt off, don't get paid like what these guys are getting. And Anthony Joshua being a former world champion should be fighting like, someone in the top 5, top 10. So I ain't really got much time to talk about that. Not interested really.
Bad for boxing?
Well, not bad for boxing. If people want to pay to watch it, then who am I? I'm just giving you my opinion. Who's not worked his way through the ranks to earn that shot at the former world champion? No, not at all.
Australian boxing. Who are you a fan of? Obviously got good fighters out there.
Jai's my type of fighter. He's very spiteful, and it's just another level, really. I don't think there's no better cruiserweight around.
Oladipo highlights the financial perspective of the Joshua versus Paul fight. From his viewpoint, rejecting such a lucrative opportunity would be unwise for Joshua, as the potential earnings could reach close to $100 million. For a fighter of Joshua's experience, the risk posed by Paul is minimal relative to the reward, making this a low-risk, high-reward scenario. Oladipo stresses that such a financial opportunity is rare, even for elite champions, and argues that taking the fight is a smart career decision. Joshua is in a unique position where he can combine substantial earnings with manageable risk.
If someone knocks on your door and says, do you want to fight Jake Paul for 100 million? You're like, you'd be stupid to say no. No, I don't want that 100 million for what would be and will be and should be easy work for AJ. Like, well, why are you going to turn down 100 million? AJ should and could knock out Jake Paul in a round. Like if Jake Paul was over here fighting under our British Boxing Board of Control, I don't think it would be a Southern Area Cruiserweight champion. AJ is a former unified heavyweight champion of the world that I still believe is a top 10 heavyweight in the world. Like AJ should be able to destroy him. AJ is going to be 60 pounds or so bigger than him. AJ hits like a truck. AJ is a better boxer. Like this is...
Given Paul's relative inexperience in professional boxing, a significant portion of boxing fans have voiced criticism over Joshua taking on Jake Paul. Many feel the matchup undermines professional boxing, as it pits a seasoned heavyweight champion against a social media figure with limited experience in traditional competitive bouts. Fans worry that this fight could prevent Joshua from pursuing a more legitimate and challenging heavyweight opponent, such as Tyson Fury. For critics, the bout appears to prioritize financial gain over the sport's integrity, competitive history, and legitimacy. Social media and forums are filled with debates expressing frustration over the mismatch.
Anthony Joshua gets in the ring with YouTuber Jake Paul, and that's what he is, YouTuber Jake Paul. Would you watch it? Simon, before we take some calls, with this seemingly in the pipeline, can we safely say goodbye to Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury?
Well, I think it's done anyway, judging by the mood music that seems to be coming out from various camps. If you listen to Tyson Fury, he seems to be, despite the fact we've danced this dance before and walked this walk before, he seems to be talking in a very different way. There's no hyperbole. It's, I'm done. This is a younger man's game. I've done my bit. I'm at peace with where I am in life. I don't need boxing anymore. But not in the flash for cash way that Tyson often does it. In a more earnest way is my understanding of his sort of thought processes. So with that in mind, it almost feels that that's off the table anyway. Who knows? The draw of the enormous amounts of money that this one fight can generate. This is the one fight that can really get everybody paid. I mean, the two protagonists. Whatever Usyk takes, tragically for him, he wouldn't even get anywhere near as much money as potentially being offered for the Fury-Joshua fight.
What would earn AJ more of a pay packet? Fighting Fury or fighting Jake Paul?
well, I would think tragically, fighting Jake Paul.
God, what is that?
Because the revenues, because it's a Gen Z TikTok generation that wants to watch sport in a certain way.
Yeah.
And that's nothing critical of them. It's just the way that it is. And that's the circumstances of social media and the platforms that people like Jake Paul are able to cross over. It's not a case of people in the mainstream should be dinosaurs. The digital world and those opportunities and those platforms are marvelous places. And you know, you heard me talking about Mark Goldbridge the other day and the commercial deal that he did with the Bundesliga. And we can be sniffy about their level of content, or we can accept that there's a place for everybody. It's interesting that still the digital world and that's...
With many questioning whether Joshua's legacy could be affected by participating in the event, analysts have observed that Jake Paul's decision to fight Anthony Joshua represents a major step up in competition. Unlike previous opponents who were older, retired, or inexperienced, Joshua is an active, high-level professional with a history of facing top-tier fighters. This shift forces Paul to adjust his training, strategy, and mindset, as he can no longer rely on facing opponents past their prime or without real ring experience. While Paul remains the underdog, the matchup now tests his skills more genuinely, providing him the chance to demonstrate growth and improvement against a world-class opponent.
He'd be even bigger than the Mike Tyson fight. It's hard to say really. Tyson was a big name, but it's going to do numbers regardless because Joshua is a big name and then people are going to be tuning in to see Jake Paul get knocked out. Right now, Eddie Hearn talks about Jake Paul taking this Joshua fight.
I mean, my estimations of Jake Paul would go through the roof if he signed to fight Anthony Joshua, because I just can't believe in my mind that he would do something like that. I mean, Gervonta was a smart one because of his size. Like, you know, I think actually he would have had a lot of success against Jake Paul, but the size is a problem. But this would just be, you know, like if Jake Paul was to take the fight with AJ, you'd really have to maybe carry his balls in a wheelbarrow on the ring walk, you know, because AJ wouldn't mess around in there, you know. So it would be huge, but nothing, you know, to tell you it's close, just a few conversations so far.
Damn right, if Jake Paul takes this fight, he's got some major balls on him. And I know people hate influencer boxing, but come on, he's not fighting an old, retired, past the prime MMA fighter. No, he's fighting a legit boxer who's massive, 6'5", 6'6", jacked, 240, 250 pounds, shredded, power puncher. Do we need to remind ourselves of what Joshua did to Francis Ngannou? Francis Ngannou was coming off a pretty good performance over Tyson Fury. He didn't get the win in that fight, but you could argue that he did actually win that fight. And Ngannou, throughout his entire MMA career, in 4-ounce gloves, very rarely got hit. He could take a punch. He's got a big fat African head. Big thick neck, traps, back. He just can't really be hit. And look what Joshua...
That's it for today's video. Stay tuned. Until next time.